their worlds, what's going on inside their skins, on their skins, outside their skins, whatever. And so one of the things that Krzyzewski developed was a technique he called semantic relaxation, or evaluational relaxation. I don't really like either word, semantic or relaxation, but that's the term he used. And he felt that people who have problems in basically thinking clearly about issues that are creating problems in their lives often have related muscular tensions that are part of that misevaluation. They're part of that whole system of misevaluation. And one of the things he taught in his seminars was this technique of semantic relaxation, where the person, and I've developed it a little bit in my own practice, where you take the muscle and you just get a feel of the muscle and the tension, the temperature. He would do this he would practice this on people who came to see him sometimes, on their face, on their arms and their legs, any area that's covered in muscle. And at least on a tentative anecdotal basis, he felt that there was some initial evidence that not only could doing that kind of thing, when you learn how to do it on yourself, not only could you lower your blood pressure, if that was a problem, or normalize your blood pressure, but it also seemed to have an effect on a person's emotional stability, an ability to think more clearly about whatever quote-unquote emotional situations they were dealing with. So, that was Krzyzewski's experience. And then later on, after he died, his student, Charlotte Shusart-Reed, who taught me, took that in a different direction and got involved with the sensory awareness work from her work with Charlotte Selver. So that's more of what I did. But it's definitely a very much underly researched and neglected area of study. And I think Wilhelm Reich was another person who's been sort of pushed off to the sidelines of acceptable science, who, despite whatever nutty things he developed, there was a core of what he did in the psychotherapy work he did with people that involved working with the muscle, what he called the body armor. He felt that the various character types that people developed into were all associated with different kinds of use of the musculature, or holdings in the musculature. And by working on those holdings directly in the course of doing what people would call psychotherapy, he could get to much more profound and deeper and faster results than just by talking with people. And again, that hasn't been developed, I don't think, to any significant extent. I don't think that the human sciences have made use of a lot of the work of these pioneers. And that's one of the things that I would like to develop, if I can, to provide a framework. And to a certain extent, I tried to do that in the Back Pain Solutions book, to provide a theoretical framework that wasn't New Age woo-woo, but was dealing with a lot of the things, a lot of the factors that people sometimes dismiss as New Age woo-woo. But it's not New Age woo-woo to talk about consciousness. And now, thankfully, consciousness is an area of study that's now become more acceptable in the neurobiology and psychology world, cognitive science. They're dealing with consciousness now, which was verboten for many, many years. And that's probably one of the reasons why Krzyzewski's work was put off to the sidelines by many people, because he was rather bold in accepting that human beings are conscious, and that whatever we whatever we mean by that, whatever underlying stuff there is or function there is beyond the word, that if you don't deal with that, then you're not really going to understand very much about how we operate.
So if people want to know more information about your books, I'm thinking of two main websites in particular, driveyourselfsane.com and backpainsolutions.net.
Yeah, exactly. Just spell them out the way you heard them, backpainsolutions.net, and you can get to any of the books from either one of those websites. I have a blog where I deal more with stuff related to Korzybski. That's called korzybski.blogspot.com. Korzybski Files. Excuse me. Oh, I don't even know my own blog. Korzybski Files, Files. I guess I should spell out Korzybski. KORZYBSKI.blogspot.com. And then there's a Facebook page for the Korzybski work. That's Facebook, whatever the / is, and Korzybski.biography. So they can pretty much get to all of the books from there. But if you're interested in back pain, which I assume the people who are listening to this or watching this, then the best place to start is backpainsolutions.net. There's a lot of articles and other material, so you can get quite a bit just from looking at the website.
Any final words you want to add?
Well, what was the first line that the mynah birds said in Aldous Huxley's novel Island? What did the mynah birds say?
I don't know.
Attention! Attention! They had these mynah birds in this South Sea paradise island, and the Buddhists who had founded this colony, you might say, or this country, Pala, I think was the name of the country, or the kingdom, they had trained the mynah birds in the jungle, or the parrots, to say attention, so that when they were walking along a pathway, they would hear this otherworldly, birdy voice asking them to notice what's going on. And I think that's the first step for a lot of things.